normal point of view. Oh, and I'm filming this at 3 in the morning. I couldn't sleep, so yeah, I'm making a video for you guys. Alright, let's continue. The two ninjas scroll quietly under the shade of the three trees, bit under the sunlight, slipped through the leaves now, and then littering the ground and area with patches of light. As soft breathed gently and branches and leaves. Naruto walked in front, attention mostly on Haru, trying to read the baby expression. If he could, I only leaving his features now and then to clarify where he was going. Kakashi walking closely behind, watching the blonde and how he interacts with the child. The older looked and curiously as their walk continued. If he didn't better, he thinks the blonde had forgotten he was there behind him, and as he was beginning to talking and at the baby, I was very fond looking at the blonde eyes. While he did so, he looked like he enjoying the baby's presence a lot. This went for a few minutes with Naruto constantly. I'm almost to showing the younger bird, the fly a perch nearby before Naruto settled on an old but firm standing branch under some trees. Kakashi silence take a seat on the other side of the end of the branch. I'm sorry, Naruto. Started without warning. I'm sorry for losing my cool there. I'm just tired of hearing it. I messed up and I dragged Ino in with me. I know that. I know what Haru's mother said was so poor at the moment. Things, of course, it was the woman was dying wish. Naruto's voice slightly rose, pure emotion dripping from his voice, and I know it was stupid of me not to think over positions. I just accepted, not thinking for the long term goal. For what may seem like a dumb reason, me raising a child, he muttered, letting out a slumber laugh. It's unthinkable. But Naruto paused, clenching the child in his hands a bit tighter, as if someone was going to take him, gazing filled with calm and determination. But at this point, giving Haru always to anyone else would feel like I'm both abandoning him and disrespecting the last final wishes of the dying mother. If I did that so called promise isn't enough. For the most people, well, I guess we have a disagreement. One that will probably get violated if not respected. A silence fell between the two as Naruto finished spilling his mind. Kakashi knew that his ex-student could himself into quite the situation, but this was a lifetime of a situation, and if there's one something Naruto was, it was stubborn, especially when it came to people and promises. He could probably get Naruto and Ino depending on how much she was into the silence. They didn't even seem to be ready for dating too. Probably give up on this whole thing and give up, but not anytime soon. They really need time to recognize their own that they're not ready and they can't do this, resulting in their recognizing that giving up would be good for both their future and their child's. The Hokage may have thought of this already, replying to earlier conversation. In this head, Kakashi mused that not outright talking Haru would cause Naruto and Ino to realize their faults and their choices and willing to give up the child. So far for now, all Kashi can do was to be normal, supportive self. Okay, was all he uttered out, causing the blonde to look at him in confusion and disbelief. Okay? Yeah, okay. Okay? Just okay? What do you mean, okay? What do you mean? What do I mean, okay? I mean, that's all? Just okay? Yes, okay. What do you want me to talk about it? No, I mean, never mind. Thanks, the blonde mumbled. After a while, the relief and sighed, joy clear and recognized Kakashi hummed an acknowledgement but felt a bit guilty for playing his students' trust like this. It's not like he was selling him or or sabotaging him, but he wasn't too supportive of the blonde current choices. Either it was good right now for the either his or Ino's future normal point of view. The two ninjas fell into comfortable silence before Sasuke suddenly walked into the clearing. You guys done being drama queen? Naruto face turned red with embarrassment, not bothering to answer. The three men silently returned to Sasuke's house without Naruto heating up a bottle for Haru. Naruto, who gonna take care of Haru when you're gone, Sasuke said, breaking the silence from his next seat to Kakashi. The blonde squirted his eyes. What? What do you mean? Where am I going? You know, since Ino's gonna kill you for leaving the house with Haru, I like the picture being a buddy and funny with me, but it is not apparently at my expense. Naruto frowned back at his friend, smirking. I'm very happy you're enjoying yourself and not being optimistic, but it's not at apparently at my big words. Shut up. The two began active barking, but not too loud, both wordless, talking Haru presence. Kakashi began to all familiar with this behavior and a little grateful, as since they were playing fighting instance, a little tried to kill each other. He just nostalgic, absorbing them for a while. That's until he remembered the elephant. While the baby in the room, his eyes fell to Haru. He innocently shook the bottle. His eyes anything but sleepy. He still didn't complete support this. How did this happen? How did even Ino agree to this? Wait, where they even Naruto? The bantering immediately chased all his eyes turned to the copy ninja. Yeah? Are you and Ino really together? Naruto found himself flustered and embarrassed at the simple question. He was suddenly finding it hard to look at him. No, but no, he answered meekly. Naruto, growing red face, didn't go unnoticed by the other man in the room. Kakashi was the first to speak, his eyebrow raised. Then why your face red? It's not. It is. Sasuke smirked. If you're not dating, how would you describe your relationship? Kakashi continued. Would you like to take time? I should probably get going. Kakashi didn't question any further but, smiling softly under his mask, despite his mixed feelings about the situation. One hand, he still not on board with this holy baby thing and how his and Ino's relationship came to be. But on the other hand, he loves his students, but he's not blind to the sort of love triangle that's been going on between them for years, though it may not be as bad as when they were younger. To this day, Sakura still feeling being infatuated with Sasuke, and Naruto still airborne feeling for the pink head. At least that's how it was few months ago. He hasn't seen Sakura and Naruto together in a while, so he couldn't judge from the standpoint. But this is the first time he's seen Naruto so flustered over the mention of another girl, so it's surprising and refreshing. Sensei Naruto bowed, having packed up Haru's things and scrambled to leave. Neither man stopped him in his exit, though. Sasuke did leave him with some playful smirk and remarks. Soon the Sharingan student and teacher were left in silence. You don't like it, do you? The Uchiha suddenly said, and Kakashi knew exactly what he meant. No, but I'm going to do anything. Let's just see how they both handle it. This first. Sasuke nodded in understanding, downing his drink before Kakashi continuing. What part do you like playing in this? What do you mean? You're obviously helping him. Sasuke scoffed, sending him almost a serious look towards his sensei. What makes you think that? Kakashi just gave him a look as if saying, I know you are making a tag Uchiha, saying a defeat. Second later, they wanted making me to look after the kid in case they both get assigned missions. But it's not like they need me. They had the Hyuga girl. Hinata Hyuga? He just nodded and confirming. Kakashi sighed. This is quite a situation. His student decided to take on. I think I'll head some home now. Sasuke just hummed, keeping his seat at the table. Kakashi was almost at the door when he paused and side glanced back, watching his student in the empty room. You sure you want to stay in the district, or rather house, all by yourself? Sasuke didn't look up, but instant glance around his home. Memories filled home, some good, some definitely bad. His eyes lettering by a little conscience, and basket in the corner, the same one his mother used to sit on, and screwing the days away before she could go to the kitchen and prepare whatever meal she felt like making for the family. He gazed stunning and returned it to the table in front of him, answering Kakashi just loud enough to hear. I'll be fine. I'm home. Naruto luckily made it back home around 4 in the afternoon and was again frustrated enough not to get recognized or stopped. He threw off his shoes and other stuff and was now just aimless walking around the apartment. Since Haru looked like he was going to sleep, he was awake longer than usual today, so he was probably exhausted. Naruto got lost in his head, backtracking his days today. Kakashi didn't seem too pleased with his choices, but he would just have to deal with it. Just hope he doesn't talk. Another this way why he left so suddenly. His face instantly heated him. Ino, he wanted to get rid of these words, weird things running through his mind. But here he was, alone with them again. Oh well, Ino not gonna be back again for a day or two. So maybe he has time gently